What is up and welcome back. I just got in this box from Chems FB, aka Skate618, and I'm gonna get right into opening it up. I'm super excited to check everything out that is in this box. I ordered a bunch of different stuff from some different fingerboard companies that Chems has been carrying on their website, as well as some grip tape that I've been needing for a while. The box was packed with a bunch of packing paper, keeping everything nice and safe. And first up is the basketball hoop from Silent Obstacles. I'm super excited to try this out. And there's the ball for it. In person, it looks super detailed and realistic. And the whole reason why I ended up making this order was because I was all out of Blackcat grip tape. So I needed to pick some up. And I ended up seeing all this other stuff that they had available on their website, like this Tommy Tech Shop fingerboard case. Super excited to try that out as well. And they also had these blind box kind of mystery boards. I ended up picking up 2 of these. These were a super good deal, and I was able to pick the size and shape of the board. For this one, I went with a 37 Aggie. And on the other one, I forgot what exactly I ordered, but I think it was also an Aggie shape, but it doesn't say on the back, so this one's a true mystery. I think it's really cool that they put these blind box peel stickers on the box, so it keeps it a mystery until you peel it off. And I'm super excited to see which graphics I got. Up next are a few other parts, as well as the invoice, and a bunch of stickers, as well as an extra case for some wheels or fingerboard parts. A quick shout out to everyone at Skate618 Chems FB Skate Shop, especially Dean, for putting in the good work and getting the orders out super fast. I ordered mine on a Tuesday and they were able to get it out same day, as well as I was able to watch a live stream while they packed it, which was super cool. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to check out Chems FB's YouTube channel, as well as their Tuesday weekly shop streams. Starting off with some stickers, they've got the classic FlatFace logo, some Silent Obstacle slaps in a few different colors, and a couple sheets of these Rushwood sticker slaps, a cool little alien character, and the Rushwood logo. Another FlatFace sticker in green with some super trippy faces, and another FlatFace sticker with a drippy and kind of looks like an Xbox Red Ring of Death almost. Not sure exactly what that is, but it looks cool. One last sticker sheet from FlatFace with the mini slaps with all the different brands, Duck Deck, FlatFace, Black River, and it's really cool. It's in the Microsoft Paint kind of window. I also picked up some board rails from Rushwood. These are the ones with the screws. And another set of board rails in a really cool color. And I finally ordered a set of these Rushwood urethane wheels, which I'm super excited to try out since they are another budget-friendly option for urethane wheels. And I had to pick up these FlatFace Gold dual-core wheels. I have a project in mind for these, and they've got the black cores and metal on the outside that look super cool in person. And I'm really excited to try these out. And the last thing that came in the bag of stickers is a slightly smaller bag of Chems stickers. And we got the classic sticker slaps with their logo and Chems font. And another set of sticker slaps with the Reaper on there. Got another Chems sticker in the white. Chems sticker with the glitter, which I think these are new. It looks super cool in person. Kind of reminds me of those custom paint jobs that they do on lowriders. And another glitter sticker, another one in a different color, and another one. And a Skate618, which is their skate shop, their actual local shop name, which is really cool. They've also got the glitter stickers in those. Another Chems sticker in the yellow and white. And another glitter sticker with Chems. A few more Chems stickers, tiny slaps. And one last glitter or holographic sticker. These look super cool. And the chromatic color shift on this one is super nice. Moving on to the blind boxes, I'm super excited to see what graphics I ended up getting. So getting right into the first box and peel reveal. Got a Fox Egg collab board, which I'm super stoked to get. This is the Hayate Pro model, and it came out a few weeks ago. I really like the look of it, and I ended up sleeping on it, and they sold out. This was the box that was not marked for the size and shape, but I'm gonna get right into it. And I really like all of the Chems packaging. It makes opening these extra nice. And checking out the bottom ply, looks super clean. And the top ply is a natural maple ply. This is a 36 by 96 in the mid-pro Aggie shape. The side plies and rounding on this board look great, and it's got some green, yellow, and I believe a red ply or like a pinkish ply on the bottom. All around, this board looks great, and I'm super stoked to set it up. It also came with 2 pieces of grip tape, as well as another miniature bag of stickers. And on top, I already see the collab Egg Boy sticker, egg face. Super colorful one that matches the Hayate Pro model. And this one's interesting with the logo with the light outline. And then the Chems, this is the glitter sticker, that's new. And one more sticker sheet or sticker slap. And for the second blind box peel reveal, I already see Chems. And it looks like one of the Grim graphics, kind of mixed with Venom. In all gray with the red tongue, looks super cool. I definitely got super lucky with both of the graphic pulls this time around. I also want to give a quick shout out to the fingerboarding dogs, Dean and Benny at Skate 618 Skate Shop. When I was placing the order, Chems FB was live packing orders in the shop, and I was able to let them know to let Dean or Benny pick the graphics because I trust their style and taste. And they definitely did a great job. With the board out of the box, I'm going to check it out a little bit closer. And this is the wider of the 2 boards. It's a 37mm by 96 Aggie shape. Super nice top ply, as well as the kind of like green and natural ply side plies. And for the graphic, it's pretty much all gray with the pop of red with the tongue. And here's a close-up, if it will focus, on the side plies, on the tail and nose. And this is a mid-pro mold, so it's going to have the medium, kind of medium-high kicks. And this is the widest board I've gotten so far. I'm super excited to try it out. And last little pack of stickers. Got the Chems sticker slap. Another Chems larger slap. And the Chems logo with more of a straight letter design. Skate 618 sticker. And another one of the glitter stickers. And one last Chems sticker. In this tiny case is my entire fingerboard wheel collection, and as you can see, it is full, so I ended up ordering another one of these cases. And what I really like about this case is that it is perfect size for fingerboard wheels, but it also is good for tuning or screws or other small parts. And you can access the whole thing or just part of it, as well as the fact that you can take 2 of them and snap them together and add as many as needed. I really like how compact these tiny organizers are. And even with 2 or 3 of them stacked, it's still really easy to fit in a pocket or in a little bag and take on the go. I also picked up another fingerboarding case to take my fingerboarding stuff on the go. This is a fingerboard setup case from Tommy Tech Shop, and the top looks super cool with the design on there. Got the Skate 618 Tommy Tech Shop logo and the Chems FB logo engraved on the side. And the bottom of it also has that cool design that changes in the light. To open up the case, the top of the box just lifts right off, and it's held in place by magnets when you want it closed. And it's also got some foam grip tape in the top, looks like to protect the setup. And we got a few sticker decals in here. The Tommy Tech Shop logo, another Tommy Tech Shop logo full sticker, and their logo design as well. Another Tommy Tech Shop sticker, and the outline sticker as well. And I'm going to start by adding a set of wheels in the case just to see how they hold in place. But it's perfect room for a set of wheels, some extra parts, and even a tool as well. These magnets should help all of the tiny parts stay in place and from rattling around when the case is in my pocket. And I'm going to put the board right on top. And this is a 33.6mm board. It looks like it definitely has plenty of room, but I'm curious if it will fit my 34.5. And still plenty of room. I'm guessing this will fit probably up to a 40mm board. And with everything loaded up, I'm ready to take this board on the go. I also like that there's kind of like the texture on the top of the box. Do some grinds. So not only is this a nice little case, it also doubles as a mini ledge. And shaking it around, it does have a little bit of sound when rattling it really hard, but it looks like everything stayed perfectly in place. I also like that the magnets are strong enough to keep everything together. Even with the box on the side, I'm still able to do some tricks on it. Onto the wheels that I ended up picking up, I finally got my first set of flat face wheels, which I've been meaning to pick up a set of flat face wheels for a while now. And these are definitely a unique set with the black cores and gold metal on the outside. These look super cool and I'm super excited to try them. And these were designed by Mike Schneider with performance and feeling in mind with 20 years experience, preferred by professionals worldwide, designed for use with Black River trucks and designed with maximum durability and feeling. These wheels look super clean in the packaging, but I'm going to take them out for a closer look. And I like that the packaging is clean and simple with the glossy FlatFace logo on the matte kind of backer card. The metal case that my Obsius board came in comes in super handy. I'm going to be opening these up and being super careful not to drop any of the wheels or have them roll away. Up close and in person, these wheels look even better than they did online in the pictures. And the metal has a really nice brushed look to it. I already have a full setup in mind for these wheels. So once I get it set up, I'm going to try the wheels out and give a full review. So make sure to turn on notifications for when I post my next video. I typically don't use board rails on my setup, but I really like the shape and colors that the Rushwood board rails came in. So I ended up picking up a couple sets. And I didn't even mean to, but these rails actually almost perfectly match my main setup. Let me know in the comments if you think the board looks better with or without rails. And I just want to point out these rails are the type with the tiny screws that actually screw into the board. And lastly, I picked up the Rushwood Urethane Professional Fingerboard wheels. And I really like the color of these as well as the shape. These are a street shape, 7.3 millimeter, 65 durometer wheel. So they should be on the grippier side with a little bit of slippiness to them. Really cool colorway, and I've heard a lot of good things about these. And for under $20 for the set, they seem to be a really nice budget-friendly option. I'll be trying these out and giving a full review very soon. The last item that I ordered is a miniature basketball hoop from Silent Obstacles. This will be my first accessory or obstacle that I got from them. And ironically, is probably their least quiet as well as least fingerboard specific related kind of accessory. They're mainly known for high quality obstacles as well as mats that make fingerboarding a lot quieter. However, this piece looked like a lot of fun, and I saw the Chems FB live stream. They had it and they were using this. So I decided to pick one up. This miniature hoop is fully 3D printed, and I'm really surprised with how stable it is. And mine, I did notice, did have a little bit of lean to it. And I'm not sure if there's a way to maybe heat it up or a way to bend it back into place. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, but gently bending it, it kind of just flexes back into a little bit bent, kind of wabi-sabi angle. But overall, it doesn't really impact the performance too much, and the hoop is still super stable. And I went ahead and added a little piece of concrete to add to the bottom piece as a weight and make sure that it doesn't knock over when I do a little bit further shots. But overall, it seems like it is really stable, and I decided to try out some different shots with the board. So far, I definitely think the miniature basketball hoop was a great addition to the park. It's a lot of fun and it's actually surprisingly challenging. I also like the scale of the hoop, and the actual hoop is only a little bit bigger than the ball, which makes it a challenge to get it in, but it keeps it fun. And overall, so far, I would definitely recommend it, but I'll do a full review once I get a little bit more time using it. So stay tuned for when I post my newest videos and shorts. And let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe and turn on notifications for when I post my newest videos. And until next time, peace.